So we're here and it's literally one day left of 2025, and I think it's so important that we reflect back and all these other things, but I want to talk about something that is extremely important. And I talk about this topic almost every single week with people all around the country, especially people who are about 18 to 25 years old, and that is seeking opportunities and not just chasing your dreams. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't chase your dreams. I'm not saying that whatsoever. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have goals, because goals and dreams are what get you through life and gets you to be able to search and go more. But so many people get so fixated on wanting to do this dream or wanting to achieve this or that, and you actually skip over so many opportunities in life. And I really believe that life is all about opportunities and seizing that opportunity. I used to have a coach in college that says the best ability is availability. And you have to be ready for when that opportunity comes. And so many people get so fixated on trying to go and do this and do that you actually miss all the little opportunities that come in throughout the day or throughout the week or throughout the month. And I know this firsthand because, to be honest with you, I'm a product of this. So, just even standing here today is a blessing, because I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I never thought that I would be here in Jacksonville, Florida. I never thought I'd be in real estate. My goal or dream from 8 years old was to be an NFL player. And literally from 8 till 20, 21 years old, that's what my entire life was about. And, once you get told that you're not good enough at something, or it's not realistic or whatever, you kind of have to pivot and you get lost in this translation of like, what am I going to do now and all these other things. And so I'm going to share with you my story about how opportunity got to me where I am today. So the story how I got to Jacksonville is actually pretty interesting, and it's a product of following opportunity, to be honest. So, obviously I played football at Ohio University. My whole entire goal and whole entire dream was to get to the NFL. And so I was able to do that, and I was able to work out and with the Cincinnati Bengals and other teams. But then you're told you're not good enough, right? And you get cut or whatever else. And I had no idea what I was going to go and do. So my agent at the time had a trainer in Jacksonville, Florida, and said, "Hey, Corey, let's get you out of this cold weather," and which is ironic because it's about 40 degrees today in Jacksonville. But he says, "Let's get you out of this cold weather, and let's get you down to Jacksonville, let's get you training with the NFL team." So I moved to Jacksonville thinking I'd be here for 2 weeks, and started working out with him, started working out with NFL teams, all these things. And, I needed a job that I could create my own schedule, and I needed to obviously start making money, because here I am, 23 years old, no income, chasing this dream of wanting to be in the NFL. And that's how I got into real estate. My mom is a real estate agent up in Ohio at the time, and she said, "Corey, why don't you get your real estate license?" And I said, "Mom, I'm 23 years old. I live in a city, I don't know a single person. How am I going to sell real estate? I know nothing about real estate." But she said, "You're smart, you'll figure it out." And so I got my real estate license. And within 6 months of that day, I quit football, did real estate full time. And within my first year of real estate, I won Rookie of the Year in my office. I was 23 years old, the youngest person in my office by over 15 years. But I knew that I needed a job that I can create my own schedule and be my own boss and all these things that I could, encourage myself to continue to work hard and not work everybody. But it was all opportunity. I didn't move to Jacksonville thinking I wanted to be in real estate. I met somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody that's like, "Boy, you'd be great at this." And honestly, how I even become a real estate broker is all about opportunity. So one of my really good friends, Bo Blankenship, you guys have heard me talk about him before. You guys are going to see a lot of him in the near future. He called me on February of 2017 and said, "Corey, this is the next big thing. You need to go and do this." And at the time, I had never been a broker before, never been a team lead before, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this at 27, So after exploring a lot of the opportunity, I was able to then buy the franchise of my previous employer. And, I was the youngest franchisee and license partner in company history. The company has been around since 1977. They sold it to a 27-year-old kid, and I have no idea how they did it. But even with that, that was all opportunity. And it was a matter of knowing the right people, being in the right place at the right time, and then understanding the opportunity and then taking advantage of the opportunity. Here we are, fast track, almost 8 years later, I'm 35. And even with Christie's International Real Estate, we went through this huge $1 billion transition recently. Even that was opportunity. Yes, there was a lot of things that I seeked out and this person and that person, but it's about the opportunity that I saw that we can grow, we can develop, we can have all these other resources so that we can have a better structure and a better company or whatever it may be. But everything stems back to opportunity, from how I got here to what I am doing today to everything. And there's so many successful people that I know today that never grew up thinking that they wanted to go in finance or wanted to go into commercial development or anything. You know, I honestly know more people who have college degrees that they don't use than people that have college degrees that they do use. And I think that just goes to show you where, you know, you have this vision of your mind if you're 18 to 25, or I mean, even if you're 30, and you're thinking to yourself, hey, I want to go and do this. This is my dream to be able to accomplish this. And I'm not saying that if you want to go and do that, you're going to be wrong, right? I'm not saying that whatsoever. But what I'm saying is that if opportunity comes in your life, you have to be ready for it. And I want you all, in 2026, I want you all to seek opportunity, not just seek your dreams. And if you seek the right opportunity, a lot of them will go hand in hand together. And you can create new dreams and new goals and all of those things. So I'm encouraging you guys to really go after those opportunities, no matter how small they are, no matter how big they are. Seek those, and I guarantee you that 2026 will be fantastic. Speaking of opportunity, one of the most fascinating people in my entire life is my brother. And you guys will get to know him very well in the near future. We're gonna have him on the podcast, and he has one of the most insane stories you will ever hear. You know, in 2011, he was shot 10 times in the Army. Actually a total of 25, but 10 pierced his body. And from the years, 2011 to 2022, he went through this whole entire transitional phase of fighting PTSD and doing all of these things to obviously get back into civilian life, right? And in 2022 or in 2020, whenever the world shut down from COVID, he always talks about whenever it's the most silent is when the demons are the loudest. And he started going through all these kind of PTSD issues again. And he sought music out, and he actually taught himself how to play guitar on YouTube. And through that, within about 6 months later, he was actually performing on Broadway in Nashville. And so, speaking of opportunity, how he got that was he knew somebody who knew somebody that knew that he got into music and said, hey, if you ever want to sing in my bar, I would love to have you. Fast forward about a year and a half later, he's a signed artist in Nashville with Black River Entertainment. And we are going to interview him, and we are going to talk about his story and how he got going and everything else. But everything stems from opportunity. If he would have just let himself hide in the basement, or if he would have just let himself be pushed away, he would have never been able to seek those things. But because he wanted to make more of himself and have goals and have dreams to accomplish these things, right? Because goals and dreams go hand in hand with opportunity. He was able to then put the work in, be able to teach himself how to play guitar, learn how to sing, all of these things. And now he's touring the country and on Spotify and on the Grand Ole Opry stage 3 times in the last 12 months. And that's an extreme situation, right? But everything stems from understanding the opportunity that's in front of you, and you either have the choice of either seizing the opportunity and taking advantage of it, or letting it pass you by. And that is what life is all about, in my opinion. So as we finish 2025, literally one day away, I encourage every single one of you to start 2026 fresh and start 2026 with that mindset that you are going to get blessed with the opportunity that you are seeking for. And the thing that's funny about opportunities, it comes in so many different ways, because it could come from the right person reaching out about coffee. It could come from an internship. It could come from you trying to figure out what you want to do and then seeking somebody in that field that you want to just go follow around. Because you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to say the right things or get you to the right person. And maybe one opportunity leads to another opportunity that leads to the actual right opportunity, right? But we have to leave all that 2025 behind us, because all the negativeness and the hard year and all that stuff does absolutely nothing for us as we start fresh in 2026. So I encourage you guys, and I am ordering you guys to change your mindset that 2026 is going to be the year of abundance, and you are going to be blessed with the opportunity that you are seeking for, if you are ready to find it. And that's the biggest thing, is are you ready if that opportunity comes today? And I want you guys to comment ready, because you guys are ready for that opportunity that you are seeking for in 2026. So you know what's actually funny? So this green one right here, it's actually nicknamed the Starbuck. And so it's got the black dial and the green face. So that's what I need Starbucks to buy me a Starbuck because of how much money I put over there. So that's actually a dope watch.